What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. Today, we're going to be playing a little bit of catch-up actually here with what we're talking about. This stuff has been out for a few days. It dropped with the patch that included DLC 2 here with Black Ops 3, but also within that, as you guys know, the DLC itself was not the bulk of that, but there also was a patch to multiplayer, zombies, campaigns, everything in between. It's all congregated into this one patch here. So there's a lot of stuff that was in this, and today what we're going to be talking about is a lot of the changes that already have come to multiplayer. You may have noticed that if you have played this the past couple of days here, the new multiplayer maps, played around with some new weapons, but this was probably one of the beefiest patches here in Black Ops 3's lifespan. What I want to focus on today in this one is the multiplayer stuff, more specifically a lot of the weapons, because that's the big beef here of this. That's what a lot of you guys probably care about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Firstly, I want to talk a little bit about bugs within multiplayer. Firstly, do you guys remember those giant gray blocks that you would pick up here after it says there's a weapon? That's been fixed, that's been patched. You no longer have, after picking up a brand new weapon, a very minuscule piece of your screen to see out of because, well, there are giant robot arm blocks blocking your vision. That's been fixed, that's been taken out of the game. Another thing that I think is a massive, big, nice fix here is the most recent bug with the Shadow Claw. For those that don't know about this, if somebody had the Shadow Claw within a multiplayer map and was shooting it off, you would hear the whizzing sound of it without even being near it. They could be completely across the map, but it would still play as if they were right next to you and the crossbow arrow shot was right over your shoulder. It would be something that it seemed way closer than it was, and for a lot of people this was a massive problem here. It just got really annoying, not necessarily so much as a legitimate problem to the gameplay. It just got really annoying to be able to hear this every single step of the way. So that has been fixed, that's been taken out of the game, that bug has been removed. Now on to the stuff that is the big portion of this. Firstly, perks anti-up actually did get a little bit of a buff here. For those that use that, it was a starting score of 100 towards your score streaks, but now it's up to 150. So 50 points may not seem like a lot, but in reality, it actually is. It can help you get those streaks a little bit faster. But Specialist, the Reaper got another massive nerf here. The accuracy was reduced whenever you're not zoomed in, as well as the ammo actually got reduced for, I want to say, like the third or fourth time here. It was 120, but now it is 100. Firebreak also got a little bit of a nerf that was substantial. The heat wave earn rate was reduced here as well. The battery's kinetic armor was reduced as well for that earn rate. Now, a lot of these other ones did have minuscule changes to them, but these ones are ones you definitely will notice here. But as for weapons, once again, the big part here within this, the weapons, the Kuda got a reduced ADS movement speed as well as the VMP, but it also no longer loses speed while firing. So if you're strafing back and forth here while ADS, you would previously lose a little bit of momentum if you were shooting, but that is no longer the case. Now, the Weevil got an increased ADS speed, an increased sprint recovery speed, as well as the 5-hit kill range was actually increased. So hopefully this thing is no longer a hit marker machine. I know it could rip through some people at close quarters, but for the most all intensive purposes, it was a pea shooter at a lot of engagement. So moving on, the Vesper is one that is probably going to be the biggest noted here out of this. There were some massive changes here to it, and honestly, it almost restored it back to its former glory of the air quote God gun here within this. Now, this one had its speed reduction while firing removed, an increased ADS speed, increased sprint recovery speed, as well as the big one, the increased ability to control recoil. So that was the biggest nerf here to the Vesper previously, and with it now being more controllable, it is once again a massive melt machine. Now, the Pharaoh had an increased ADS speed as well as its speed reduction while firing was removed as well. The Razorback, again, speed reduction removed. The increase shown here was towards the 4-hit kill range though, but it also reduced the 1-hit kill range in hardcore mode. Now, the HG40, that had a 3-hit kill damage range increase, as well as now moving over into the assault rifles, the HVK had an increased sprint recovery time, an increased aim stability, as well as the increased recoil stability as well. The ICR also got an increase to recoil stability. The Shiva got an increase in the ADS speed, an increase in the flinch stability, as well as rapid fire is now a very viable option here because that was fixed. The MX Garand also had an increased fire rate, and now with rapid fire performs perfectly fine as its attachment is supposed to do. Now, the KRM got an increased 1-hit kill range potential. The Haymaker had an increased 3-hit kill range, as well as the Argus had a 1-hit kill potential range when hip firing increased. Now the LMGs, the final pieces here to this, are the BRM got an ADS outspeed increase, as well as the recoil stability increased for that one. The Dingo, tightness of the bullet spread while ADS has been increased, so it's a little bit more accurate now ADSing, as well as the hip fire accuracy got a little bit of an increase as well. The Gorgon had an increased ADS outspeed, an increased ability to control recoil, as well as the increase of damage through light cover. So FMJ and wall banging is going to be something that is definitely a little bit more viable here with the Gorgon. Now the 48 Dredge, the final one, is that the fire rate was increased, as well as the ADS speed out was increased as well. Now the final thing that I want to mention here for this big patch is that the score streaks got a little bit of a buff. The Rolling Thunder got an increased drone count, as well as the entry speed was increased here, so it's going to come a little bit faster. And finally, one that you guys might all be worried about because it's actually a decent streak already, and it's not too much to attain in terms of score. The RAPS deploy ship increased its drone count per drop, as well as the RAPS drones themselves. Increased movement speed was given here to this. So hide your kids, hide your wives, because the RAPS are definitely coming for you. And I think that's where we're gonna wrap this video up here today, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. What do you guys think is going to be the best new feature here out of this patch, the best new weapon, perhaps? I personally think we gotta keep an eye out for the ICR, the Vesper, as well as the Shiva. Those three definitely add some significant buffs here to it, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Definitely gonna be doing some videos here, elaborating a little bit more on this one, bringing you guys the best class setups, the best guns here now out of this with the newest version of Black Ops 3 now live. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like this video, be sure to like, rating down below. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help, and is, as always, greatly appreciated. But, I'm honestly Nikolai Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and peace.